Q99.7, The Bert Show, and CHOA Making Miracles Radiothon. We are asking you guys today, please help out Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, 866-781-8811. They truly are making miracles happen every single day there. For years, we have been interviewing parents and their kids from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and every single one of these kids is a miracle. And you can become a miracle maker for only $15 a month, and you'll feel so good every month that comes. It's the one thing, like on my American Express, that comes every month where I'm like, okay, all right, ain't no problem there.
Right. Everybody on the show is a miracle maker. You will not miss that $15 that automatically gets deducted from whatever account you attach it to. You text the word miracle, MIRACLE, to 64636. Now you're going to get a text back. You just make sure you click that link and it walks you through. And literally within 60 seconds, you've just signed up to be a miracle maker. And every single month, you're making a difference in these children and families' lives.
Tracy is back with us this morning with her daughter, Melina. Hey, how are you?
Good morning. How's everybody?
Really good. We remember you.
Hi, Melina.
We remember you.
That's so tall.
Same girl, just a little bit taller, smarter, stronger.
And that's what I said. That's how you know CHOA done good.
Yep.
I'm telling you, she's one of the best that's come out of there.
Hey, reacquaint us with your journey over at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, how it all started, the treatment you got. I mean, nobody can get donations the way you guys can because you lived it.
We did. It was, I always say, it was truly a parent's worst nightmare. Melina was 5 years old, happy, healthy, in kindergarten, just doing what every little 5-year-old should be doing. And one day she was fine, and the next day she wasn't. There was literally nothing in between those 2 days. She started having uncontrollable seizures. We just did not know why or have any understanding. So I kind of tease with my husband. As soon as it happened, I told him to drop us off, and he did at the front steps of CHOA. He pulled up, we hopped out, and, you know, we were scared and terrified, and CHOA just really walked us through every single possible step. And the first step for us that day was to get an MRI. And I will never forget seeing 6 doctors walk down the hall to Melina's room. I knew it was something serious, but I was not prepared to be told that my beautiful, happy, healthy daughter had a brain tumor the size of a ping pong ball on the side of her head.
If you've ever been in Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and you've just been in the lobby, you know the look that Tracy is talking about when parents walk in there for the very first time, so unsure of where anything is. And the most precious thing in your life, you can't even fathom what is going to happen in those rooms. And the way the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta staff comes together right from the start, like as soon as you walk in there at guest services, they handle you with kid gloves. And it really gives you a sense of comfort as soon as you walk in that door.
And Melina has said, like, she should be written on the walls of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta because you did something for the first time successfully that nobody else had ever done. And you got to tell me about this functional MRI, because it says here you were the youngest patient at CHOA to ever have a successful functional MRI. So what is that?
It's just an MRI with like a lot of noise.
Yeah,
a lot of noise, and they asked a lot of questions, and she had never had an MRI before. So not only did she have to stay perfectly still in a very scary tunnel, but actually answered the questions where they knew that she was giving the right answers so that they could path out the way that her language was possibly entangled with her tumor.
Wow.
Interesting. Mo?
Yes.
I also see that you helped start the quote unquote feed the brain at CHOA. What exactly is that? How does that work?
We did. We did. It was, it's just a program where families don't have to leave the side of their children so that they can just grab a bite to eat. It's a cart that just gives quick nourishments to families. I know when we were there, I never wanted to leave her side. And if that meant that my husband had to go get me a pack of crackers from a vending machine, that was pretty much all that I was going to have for that whole day. So it was such a nice program. Yes.
That's awesome.
Melina, I see some of our favorite things about Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are very similar. We have a lot in common. We both love Hope and Will and their big squeezy hugs. What else do you love about Children's?
I love all their doctors, and I just love how they saved me.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, wow.
We all love the way they say
Oh,
it.
yes, they did, honey.
Yes,
they
they
did.
did.
Say that number now.
Yeah, right.
Please.
866-781-8811. Text the word miracle to 64636. Now, do you remember any of that from being 5 years old?
I don't remember a lot.
Yeah. But
Bits
you
and
just
pieces though, because she'll
Yeah.
say something and she does remember bits and pieces. It's probably a good thing. I remember enough for both of us.
Exactly.
My PTSD is plenty for everyone in the world.
no doubt.
Mama can carry that burden, no problem.
All day long. But the fact that she looks back and she just knows that it's something that she went through, we just know that God has really big plans for her, and we are open to seeing what that path will be for sure.
Now, Tracy, you guys were originally told that this tumor was inoperable. So what changed?
They told us to enjoy her, which is a really hard thing to ever hear as a parent, to enjoy her as she is until the tumor just gets too big that it can't be removed. But something that a lot of people don't know about CHOA is you're not just working with one doctor in particular, you're really working with a team. So while one person might not see a certain path, there are so many specialists on the team that Dr. Churn, he literally stood up and they were presenting her case in front of a huge team of different doctors from all different areas. And he stood up and he said he saw a path. And that path was so important because if the tumor came out and it didn't come out correctly, she would never be able to understand the words that we're saying. She might be able to speak and talk, but she would never understand what we're saying. So to say that this surgery, it could have just gone so very differently. And as you can see,
Yeah.
she's perfect. The one thing that she had to do when she came out of surgery was she had to squeeze our hand, because if she were to squeeze our hand, not only are her motor skills working, but her brain is interpreting what they're saying. It's such a simple task, but for the rest of my life, it will be the most beautiful thing that she has ever done. And that was just, not only did she squeeze our hand, but what did you ask for? Water.
Yes. Those ice chips are not enough, man.
Girl, some water.
Best ice chips in the city.
I know.
At Children's
Oh my
Healthcare of
gosh.
Atlanta.
The
Like,
perfect
it was-
crunch.
It was the most beautiful moment. And if it wasn't for Dr. Churn seeing something that other doctors didn't see, as you know, I mean, it could have gone very differently. And she is just our miracle.
866-781-8811 or text the word miracle to 64636.
Tracy, you said that Melina, now that we're seeing her a few years later, she's stronger, smarter, taller, all those things. What other things are you thinking of for her very bright and thriving future?
Oh my goodness. There really is nothing stopping her. I mean, there's not. I think that what we have gone through and what she has gone through, I really just think that it's going to help mold her. She always says, you never know if it'll change, but she said she wants to be that person that did that functional MRI that day. So to think that she could ease a family's mind and she can say, I did this myself. I did this and I've gone through it and I'm okay. I think could be pretty profound in a lot of families' lives.
Yeah, no doubt. Maddie is from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. She's a program coordinator there. Tell us a little bit more about pediatric neurosurgeons and the neurosurgeons in general at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Yeah, so kind of like what Tracy said, I mean, we have a team of neurosurgeons because just with neurology and neurosciences, every case is so complex. No case is alike. So you have to have that team that looks at each and every case that comes through these doors, because one person might see it and one person might not. And thanks to the doctor that saw Melina's, they were able to take out that tumor. So we have a very large program because there are so many different neuro cases that come through our doors. And we care for more pediatric neurological patients than any other hospital in the country.
Man, if you could see that smile right now, I know you guys would give some cash right now. She's beautiful. Thank you for sharing your story with us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys again next year, okay?
We would love to be a part of it. Thank y'all so much.
All right, let me give that phone number out again. It's 866-781-8811 or text the word miracle to 64636. It's the Bert Show. It's Q99.7. It's CHOA's Making Miracles Radiothon.
The Bert Show.